In this lesson, we're going to be talking about fuzzing with the ZED proxy or ZAP. And what I've got here is Firefox, and I've got it configured to run through the ZED proxy. You just can't see the proxy at the moment. So I'm going to click through some things, and we're going to load up the ZED proxy with some pages that we can take a look at, and we're going to do a little bit of fuzzing with some of them. Just going to plug some things in here. Let's jump back to the ZED proxy, which is where we're actually going to do the work. I'm going to bring this request up, and you can see the request here, and there's the parameter. Now I'm going to select the parameter, and now I can click on fuzz, and that gives me a number of options here, and I've got a number of categories that I could follow. In this case, let's just try some SQL injection just for fun. I don't think there's any risk here of actually getting an SQL injection through because there's not really a database behind it. We'll just show you the requests that get made through the fuzzer. If I click fuzz, you can see down at the bottom we're rolling through, and now all I've got to do is click one of the requests down here that were made, and if I scroll down, you'll see this is actually the data that was inserted. So if I click on the next one down, you'll see it looks a little bit different. We scroll down a little bit more, and now you can see it's actually inserted a number of SQL injection attacks. So we could actually take a look at another one here, and let's take a look at the request, and we could say, let's do a fuzzer on this one. This is a little bit different than doing fuzzing with Burp Suite, for example, because Burp Suite gives you the ability to plug a lot of different data in, and we can actually fuzz multiple parameters at the same time. This one, you're going to fuzz one at a time, and what we did was we loaded up a lot of A's, and you can see down on the lower right-hand corner here, the number of A's just continues to increase. And let's take a look down at the bottom at the very largest one. That's the response that was sent. And there's a lot of A's there. I'm going to pop over to the request. There's a lot of data there. Looks like 17,086 characters, most of which are going to be these A's. And now we may have actually locked up the ZED proxy because it's trying to catch up with our request. Now we're popped over to request. We've inserted the user guess, and you can see there's just a lot of A's there, all the way down to the very bottom. And now we can take a look at the response. The response here is just having a harder time rendering with all of the data there. We didn't actually get much of anything useful from this particular attack, but you can see where the ZED proxy does have some useful abilities to do fuzzing. And it does have a number of categories and a number of attack types that are built in by default. Of course, it also has the custom attacks where you can create your own fuzzing attacks, and you could work on websites in that way.